Okay, welcome everybody. So glad you're here. Thank you for taking the time to get on our call. We are starting back with our monthly business calls, and I am so excited. It was requested by a number of people just to kind of be able to connect again once a month, and I love that. I love that whenever I see that or I hear that there's a need, I'm like, okay, then yes, that's what we need to be doing. And I love being able to see everybody's faces and just be able to connect specifically about business. I know that we do this a good amount with different, trainings that we do, different educational classes, but there's a whole piece of what we're doing that is also geared towards running our businesses. And most of us, I would say 99.99%, are not business majors. We do not have a master's in business or in, knowing how to run a organization, let alone a $1 million organization or whatever as what we're working towards. So I really want this to be, number one, a safe place. I'm always really big about this is a safe place where we can all gather and share our thoughts. This is a community collaboration. So Arrow and Sage, we are a team. And what makes us beautiful and what makes us strong is by all of us coming together like this and sharing how we feel things are going, and also being able to collaborate. So that's what these monthly calls are going to be. So as you can see on the screen, what we're going to do is these calls will be the last Monday of every month at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. And I think I spelled accept wrong, but I want to say except next month, which is November, because that's the week of Thanksgiving. And I know I am going to be traveling. A lot of people are going to be traveling. And I think also December is going to be that same way. So please save the date for November. Let me shrink this. November the 18th. Save the date for November the 18th because that will be our next call. Okay, and I'll make up another invite for it. So, okay, here we go. All right, here's how these calls are going to work. We're going to have just a number of bullet points, okay, a number of bullet points that I'm going to go through, and it'll probably take us a few calls to kind of get a good rhythm and to kind of make sure that we're making the most of these calls. The goal is to be in and out within 30 minutes. So this is not going to be a long drawn out thing. All of us are really busy, and I know that your time is really precious. So we want to share hot topics, things that are coming up that we have been planning. Casey Westfall, Brady Maverlis, and Whitney Waller and we do planning calls once a month, like a big planning call for the following month and then also for the next season. But we're also constantly messaging each other back and forth. So there's a lot of behind the scenes things that go into running a big team like what we have. And so we really want you guys to be kind of feel like we're giving you some exclusivity as far as like knowing what to expect. And we really want to say that we really value your opinion. So we want to hear how you guys feel about these. So the first thing that I want to chat really quickly about is something that we started over the summer. Brady is our graphics queen. She's amazing. And so we created this oil of the month and product of the month. Okay. And I'd really love to hear ways that we can really help to promote this within Arrow and Sage community group. So this is always pinned at the top, and we always have some verbiage of each one. So for November, the oil is going to be gratitude. Okay. And we usually post about it pretty much towards the end of the month. So the last couple days of the month, this is already up so people know what to expect and a little bit about gratitude. And then our product of the month for November is alkaline, which I'm obsessed with. And I'm super excited to do a video and just to talk about how I love this product. I love to travel with it. It's fantastic. So these are our Essential Clubs items. The idea around this, you guys, is Even though a lot of us are seasoned oilers and we have our products that we absolutely could not live without, there's a lot of people on your teams that are new that don't know what to order. And so by the end of the year, they will have experienced a good amount of different oils and a good amount of different products that they might not have tried before. And it's always fun to do it as a group. So I'm going to pull up the chat. Does anybody have an idea or would like to either unmute yourself for like a quick second or to put something in the chat about any way that we can improve kind of communicating about this? So the oil of the month, the Essentials Club item, is always pinned at the top of our Arrow and Sage group. So that's something that I'd really like to make sure that you guys know about. There's it used to be called pins, but now it's called announcements. So when you click on our Arrow and Sage group, if you scroll to the top, there's announcements, there's photos, there's albums, there's files. So like I'm looking it up right now on my phone, Arrow and Sage groups, we've got units, we've got announcements. So units are like groups of topics, which is super helpful to point your people to. And you can just do screenshots of it a lot of times. We've got announcements. Those are the main things that we want everybody to see and know about that are coming up. We've got a watch party, which we used when Casey got Jim Bob to do a live in our group. We did a watch party for that. And then we've got all of our photos. We have events that are coming up just in our group. And we have files. So those are documents that we've uploaded in PDF. And then we've got albums. We have a lot of good albums like diffuser recipes and immune support and all of that. So just know that that's there. That's a way to organize it. What about doing a game every week about these products? Ooh, I like that, Steph. Tell me more. What do you think? So a game every week about these products. Do you want to unmute yourself for a hot second and tell me what you think about that?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe you could do something about, either the oil or the product, and they can win a prize too for the game, like a product credit or something like that. I don't know. But that would get them involved and like have them like look up about that oil maybe in the pocket reference book so that they're learning about that product or whatever the supplement is.
Yep. I think interaction is super important. One thing that we did is having a post, and then I think, Brady, didn't we have it in the beginning where people would post their their thoughts on that or like how they're using that product? And then in the beginning we were doing a drawing for one of those posts, and it was like at the end of the month, and you would do a drawing.
So we would do a comment per day per oil and product. And if you were using it, you would just post a picture of how you were using it or whatever. We did that the first couple of times, but what I realized is that post was kind of getting lost. So having that hashtag really helped. If anyone was interested, they could just click the hashtag and then you could see how people are using it. But yes, that was there. Sorry, I was trying to get logged in and my computer died and I had to plug it in.
No, it's all good. Okay, yes. So yeah, so we have had an influx of really fun new ideas since the summer, and putting all of these into place and remembering all of them has been something that can be challenging. So these calls are really good because it helps us to kind of gather our thoughts and make sure that you guys know about stuff and ask questions. Okay, my mom says, describe the product and benefits, and we have to guess the product. That's a fun idea too.
So that's very fun.
Yep. Okay, so, and I
like being able to chat with people here because whenever you know the reason behind why we're doing the things that we're doing and trying to implement, I think it's so much easier to get behind it, because if you just see something pop in the group, you might not understand how it can benefit all of us. It's definitely something fun and like community building, but at the end of the day, we're trying to get people to use stuff. And so anything that we can do to get that to happen It blesses them. And then we're business builders. So being business minded, it helps us financially, it helps our family. So anything that we can get behind and all do together as a group is so powerful.
Yep. Okay, so heads up, this is the oil of the month, the Essentials Club. If this is your first call, then this is just something that we do once a month, and this is saved and it's pinned at the top of the page in our Aaron Sage community group, which is our product group. Okay, so I'm going to pop on to the next. Okay, so this is something I just wanted to put back into the forefront of everybody's minds. So when I first started, somebody in my upline had recommended printing this off. And so I printed it off right away, and it was a measurable way for me to look at how things are going. So basically, each month you're going to write down your total members, okay? And you can look at this in the VO, or if you have Oily Tools, you can look at it there. The total number of members within your organization. And then you write down how many people you enrolled, because there's nothing like writing down a 3 or a 4 or a 5 or a 0 to make you really see how did this month go, right? Because truly, no matter what rank we are always wanting to continue to enroll new members. So writing that down. And then your OGV, which is your organizational group volume. So what is the total number of PV that was purchased within your entire group? So organizational group volume, which you'll find that in the virtual office also. And then write down your paycheck. And then the next one is write down your rank, okay? Now, this is a really cool thing. So I still have the paper saved in my office, but I wrote down my goal for the year. I wrote down my paycheck goal, and I wrote down my rank, and then I wrote down my long-term goal, okay? And my first year, and I'm not saying this to toot my horn, but I'm saying it because it's really important that we write down our goals, because it makes them much more important to us, and it's in our face. My first year, I hit my entire year's goal in 4 months. But it was like consistent, purposeful work. This wasn't where I was like, oh, I'm just going to be a hobby. I'm just going to think about maybe, posting on Facebook occasionally. So when we see it in front of us, we write down our goal. What type of paycheck would truly change your family? And maybe you want to start with, you want to have an extra, $1,000 each month to be able to, pay on credit cards, or to allow your kids to do extracurricular, or for your family to go on a vacation. Or maybe it's a much bigger goal, like I want to make what I'm making as a Mother's Day Out preschool director and childbirth educator in a month, or in a year, in a month. I mean, like, you can make big term goals as well. And so I just really encourage you guys to print this off and know that what you write down has power. And when you put it in front of you and you're looking at it, it will make you study it more. Okay, so progress tracker. Does anybody else have anything that they'd like to say about writing down their goals?
I'm a visual person. I like the progress tracker too. I just found in my phone some screens that it says I will be executive in October. And I can post some of those in the hub if you'd like to have that on your phone, because we all look at our phone 100 times a day. But just to see that and speaking life into that, I think is really powerful too, to go along with that progress tracker.
Yep, please do, Case. And maybe even put them in like an album in the hub. That would be great, because then people can get them.
Yep.
And I think I don't remember a number, so I'm just going to lowball it, but it's like you're 6 times more likely to achieve a goal when it's written in front of you than if you didn't have it written down at all. And it's even, just multiplied by, I don't even know how many times, if you write it down and then also tell someone. So if you have someone that you want to tell about that goal, we're here and we're listening. I tell my goal every single month. If I don't tell it, then it's because I don't have it done yet. And that whenever I'm putting it down and I'm telling somebody else, it holds me accountable. And then those people are checking in on me. And I'm like, well, if I haven't, reached it, there's a reason. And so that accountability is huge.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so Brady designed this, and I want to just put this image in front of you. I posted it. I'm 99% sure I posted it in this event. If not, I will. But this is a really great visual that if you have not yet reached silver, that is kind of like the first really significant. Executive is absolutely significant, but silver is to where people can start looking at stepping away from other jobs. And so for silver, this is called an organizational structure. Okay. And so for silver, the way that Young Living has it is by you helping others to be blessed and to be organized, you then will also be raised up. So we all raise up together, right? So as a silver, your focus is to have 2 executives or 2 4,000 OGV legs. And then underneath them, your thought process should be, I want to help to get 2 senior stars underneath those executives. And then your thought process should be, I'm going to help those senior stars get 4 stars underneath them. Okay. Because then you're not just randomly putting people underneath people, or you're not just telling people, oh, it doesn't really matter where you go. This is called structuring, and it's going to help them to get to silver quicker also. Okay. So if you are currently sitting at senior star, then a good way to look at it is, you need to build up more stars and then senior stars underneath you. And does that mean that you need to enroll everybody? Absolutely not. In fact, that's the beauty of network marketing, is that I help to equip other people to sign their people up, right? By showing them how to have a referral link, yada, yada, yada. Okay. So this is just another really good visual just to print off and to have, on your desk wall, or to have in your planner. Okay, let's talk about a couple of save the dates. So the first save the date is our Monday night call once a month. That will usually be the last Monday of the month, except for November and December because of Thanksgiving and Christmas. Okay, the next one is I want to talk to you guys about something that Brady had a really good idea on, and it's called a Blitz Day. Okay, so for those of you that are super socially savvy, you're going to be like, oh yeah, Blitz Days. I totally understand what this means. For people like me, where I am still learning, I was like, okay, explain what a Blitz Day is. So we have the whole gamut. Within our organization, we have people that are wanting to learn about Instagram and stories. We have people like me that are kind of comfortable, but that are continuing to learn. And then we have people like Brady and beyond that are really socially savvy and that have a lot to teach us. And I want to encourage you, even if this isn't your jam, this is going to be people underneath you's jam. So you want to just make sure that you're aware of what's going on, because if you enroll somebody that really loves Instagram and being on social media, you can let them know, oh, our team has a Blitz Day. Yeah. And you can just lightly speak on it and then point them to us where we could plug them in on all the things. Okay. So Brady, can you chat a little bit about our Blitz Day, and then we can add that to our calendar for those that want to participate?
I would love that. So basically what this does is it's a community building event where we're all doing something together to support one another. Even if you're not currently sharing, that's okay. This day of the month, we're all going to just jump in and do it together. So what we're going to do is we will use the Arrow and Sage hashtag, and we're going to take a picture. And it does not have to be a beautiful, well thought out, just having a professional camera. Just grab your phone, grab an oil you use and love, or grab a product that blesses you, something that speaks to you. And instead of just taking a picture of the item and then just posting it, we're just going to tell a story. If something has gotten you through an emotional experience or emotional time, take a picture of it, and you don't have to go super deep into it. But our stories sell. People want to hear from us. They want to, it's just word of mouth. They just want to feel comfortable with us. We are also going to jump in and we'll be commenting and liking on these photos with this hashtag. but it's really important that we do it on the same day. You can do it other days, of course, but a blitz day basically just tricks Facebook and Instagram, and us commenting and liking and using that hashtag makes us visible on other people's feeds. So people that are not in our group, we're going to get visibility that we would not get otherwise. So we'll pick the best day of the week, which according to my app for what we're doing is going to be on a Thursday. And I like to do other posts, not just oily stuff. But Thursdays are great days, and there's a couple of chunks of time that are really amazing to post. But we are not going to worry about that right now. We're just going to try to get the day down, get you to post something, anything at all that you want to. And we will talk about some ways to bring your stories into your posts, if you're okay with that, Nikki. And we can kind of give some examples of where we don't have to sound weird or salesy or do anything. We don't have to talk about a kit. We don't have to talk about a sign-up link or anything like that. We're just allowing people to see how we do this normally, everyday life. Your kiddo has a scrape and you grab the aloe oil and put it on. It's the perfect time to take a picture and post it. So if this is outside your comfort zone, that's totally okay, because this is how you grow. I think that we should all do something outside of our comfort zone. This is super in my comfort zone, so I have to find other ways to jump out of that comfort zone. So I would love to just have us all support each other, hop on that hashtag and like and comment and just build each other up so that we are tricking Facebook and Instagram. But also this will allow your new sharers to have that community and get support immediately. We're all going to be doing the commenting and liking. So your people, this is perfect to plug them into this day because we want them to have our support, and we're here to give it. Okay, so grab your calendar. It is going to be November the 14th. That is a Thursday. There's a few chunks of time. If you're tech savvy and you really love social media, there's a chunk of time before work, lunchtime, and then dinner time. And I'll do a little graphic to put this down if this is your jam and you want to kind of further learn some extra stuff. That's totally cool, and I'll do that later on, and we can post it in the event in the group. But those are the times that people are on their phones. So we will be posting that day, and I hope that you join us.
Awesome. Thanks, Brady. So good.
Yes, ma'am.
Any quick questions? We can totally go into this more. We'll probably do a live and stuff in the hub, but if there's a quick question, I'm happy to try to answer it.
And I saw Gil, is this every Thursday? So what we'll do is we'll just pick one day a month and make it super easy. And then that way we can figure out something later on, but we're just going to dip a toe in. Yeah. Just one little dip.
No, I think it's so good. Thank you, Brady. So good. Okay. I think that was let's see. Okay. The other thing that I would love to kind of get you guys' opinion, the people that are on here, I really value, because you guys, I value everybody, but I really, really value that you guys took the time tonight. So I'd love to hear if you guys can put in the chat, how would you guys feel about picking a day in the month? Like if I did like a Sign Up Genius or had made a calendar of some sort, and you picked one day where you would post in Arrow and Sage, either do a post or a live video, either showing what your ER order was or talking about a product that you really love. And just like what Brady was saying, it's a lot of, you're just showing your lifestyle. It doesn't have to be awkward. It doesn't have to be super long. It doesn't have to be scripted. It is just all about kind of helping everybody to see how things are used and the benefits of them. Anyway, if you guys don't mind, we're going to move on to the next thing, but please answer in the chat how you feel about that, and if you think it'd be well received, and if your people would also do that. I would love to just kind of get that sense from where you guys are at. Okay. All right. So how are we on time? Oh my goodness. Okay, we've got 4 minutes. I would love to hear, does anybody have any highs? Like, does anybody have just a quick, 30 to 45 second, tell us something really good that just happened with sharing or with growing your business in this last month? Maybe something that you've like really stepped out of your comfort zone and it proved to serve you well. I can think of one with Casey Westfall. I can. Just putting you on the spot. Casey chose to be a mom volunteer at a, can I tell this one?
Sure, go ahead. Yeah, I'm trying to think what you're even talking about.
She chose to be a volunteer at her kid's school for a field trip, and this mama that she did not even know was riding in the car with her, and by the end was like, I want a kit. And did Casey say, hi, my name's Casey. I have some oils if you want to try some. Would you like to buy a starter kit with me? My member number is no. She just talked to her and got to know her, and it was just the coolest story.
It was a cool story. And she said, well, I guess I just go to the Young Living website and sign up, right? And I was like, no, no. But I mean, I've known who this mom was for a while and had no clue that she was interested in thieves and all the things. And she grabbed a thieves starter kit. So
thieves starter kit, yep.
And she's a PA and works in a pain clinic, and her husband's a dentist. So all the things.
Totally
so
random. I just love it though.
Yeah, it was very natural, very organic.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, I just thought of that. Anybody else have a fun high?
Well, just a few minutes ago, a neighbor, Sarah, came over with, she does Color Street, these fingernail things, and I was getting some for the granddaughters for Christmas. And she said, how are your oils doing? And I said, well, I'm working on a class right now, blah, blah, blah. And I said, you're welcome to come. And she said, you know, I would really like to do that. So boom, there's a little one.
Good for you. Good for you for inviting. Sometimes it's like you feel awkward. It's like, should I even say anything? But no, it's like, you're welcome to come. I mean, just how easy is that? Good job.
I just want to say, just be ready at all times. Have some thieves hand sanitizer, breathe again, some maybe thieves cough drops, some things like that, because Caleb said today, it's 6 season, and they were talking about that. And I was like, 6 season, gosh, we don't even deal with that anymore. That's a huge one, number one. Yeah. Number two, when you have those things ready to go that you can literally hand somebody, or have little things ready to go drop at somebody's door, it's like light bulbs start going off, and people are ready and receptive right now because they're sick of the snot, they're sick of the cough, and they're looking for solutions, because there's a nasty cough going around that it's lasting weeks with people. And they're looking for solutions. So just be ready for those things. I think that's an important thing, is just to always be ready and armed, and have those things that you can literally whip out like Mary Poppins in your purse and let them try. So, and all of you that are on here, you know that, but if anybody else is listening.
Yeah.
Yes, I was at a fabric store today, and the lady that was waiting on me, helping me trying to find this, she's coughing up a storm. And of course, I unzip my purse and I'm pulling out peppermint and Melrose and lavender. And I said, have you ever tried, and she said, no, I'm allergic to that stuff. So I said, okay, I put it back and I handed her my card. When you're ready to talk about why you really ought to try it, because I thought the same thing, but my daughter showed me, no, I'm not.
She did. Yep, it's true. Okay, anybody else? Any other quick high? We all love to hear.
I just have a quick one. So I have a new friend. I kind of messaged you, Nikki, about this girl that I actually brought her a diffuser basket kind of on last minute for her son for respiratory support, but that didn't work out because he actually didn't end up being there that weekend. But I gave her lavender, and she's had horrible acne for years. And I actually gave it to her for her burn, but she ended up putting it on her face along with coconut oil. And then I met back with her today, and she's actually interested in getting, I just felt like I need to meet her need and where she's at. So I offered her the basic kit and let her get some like skincare stuff. So she can buy that separately, or like the charcoal soap or the orange blossom or whatever, and get her going. So I was excited about that, but I haven't taken that route. I usually stick with the premium starter kits, but you know, I wanted to just meet her where she was at. So anyways.
I love that
That's
you're
very
meeting her need.
wise.
Yeah.
Oh, no, go for it, Brady.
No, I was just saying that's very wise, because sometimes we can get so hung up on a $50 check whenever we don't just really think about their needs immediately, and people can feel that. So sometimes I have to tell myself $50 would bless your family, but this would bless that person so much more. And so there has been people, I can't remember which diamond. There was a diamond that was talking about how to come in on a basic kit and how they could use the product for their entire life. So it's one of those things where I think that it's I always think that the other is the best bang for your buck, but if that's not where they are, you can feel that. And I think that that's very wise that you felt that and did a pivot and then met her where she needed to be. That's very cool.
It's
Thank
so
you.
true.
And just real quick, I did bring her some stuff which may have helped too. Like I made her like a toner, and I'm going to bring her a sample of the charcoal. So I'm trying to like help her out with bringing her samples too. So I'm trying to go that route too to help her. So sorry.
No, I think that is so valid. And it's Heidi Hovan, and she actually is on a Air Force base right now in Germany, living and building her business in Germany, which is so cool. But she signed up with the basic kit, and I think sometimes we forget about that basic kit. I know I have, and they have revamped that basic kit, and it is perfect for people to add on CBD or add on skincare or whatever it is that they're wanting. So don't forget about that. What? I'm sorry.
It's just like a Costco membership. You know, that's however much money. I mean, $35, it's not even, it's nothing for what you can get. So,
and your voucher codes count for that too right now. So if you have voucher codes that people aren't going to use or you're not going to use, they can use that $20 and it takes it down to $15.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So lifetime membership to Yin Living. It's kind of insane. And they get stress away, Ningxia Red, some samples, Thieves Mints.
And access to us.
Yes.
You know, we're here and waiting. That's awesome.
Yep. So great. So proud of you. And Stephanie also just did her first big Facebook event also that I really kind of pushed her, but she totally did it and she completely rocked it, and she went live in the event and it was amazing. And I'm so, so proud of her because that's a big deal. It's a really big deal. Okay. The thing that I want to wrap it up with, unless somebody else is remembering something I'm forgetting, is we have something really exciting that we are going to be working our booty off over the winter. And hopefully we'll be able to launch it in the next couple of months. But, and Brady, you really should talk about this, but it is something that is going to make anybody that is wanting to become or that's wanting to dip their toe even in understanding how to do the business side very, very easy. Brady, do you want to talk for a quick second on it? Just maybe give them a little snippet of what we're looking to be doing. You don't have to say all the things, but just kind of just
what you're
wanting to do.
We're going to just streamline. So it's going to be so easy. Somebody's going to say, or you can go to someone that you know is on your heart that you totally just feel like it would bless. And you could just say, hey, no commitment, but we have this website. You're just going to go to it and just follow this mentorship and see if it's for you. And the ones that we know for sure are into it and they're really, interested in building a business, it's going to teach them everything that they need to know to have a really great well-rounded view of how to do it, where to go, and how things are possible. It's just going to be so simple. Email scripts will be in there. All of those things that we wish that we had on day one, we're going to do that. So we are working behind the scenes to get that ready, and it's going to be online. So if you have a person that's not on Facebook, no problem. It's going to be very easy. Every ability, every age,
every personality type,
everyone can use it and be blessed by it. And yeah, absolutely. So it's all paced how you want it to be. You can do it 4 hours or you You can do it in 4 weeks, 4 months. I mean, it's just really up to you and what you want to do. So it's just going to meet your people and meet you. I'm going to be completely solely responsible for all the things. It'll just be something where we can all partner together. It's a resource that just keeps giving.
Yeah. So we're really excited. So we will be continuing to we'll probably do like a soft launch and just kind of show you guys the bones of it and just kind of be showing you guys where things are at with it. And then, so really excited and, just continuing to tweak as we learn and know better and do better. So anything else that I'm forgetting? Anybody? November is usually the biggest month of the year. So I just really want to encourage you guys to lean into being there for people, lean into listening, lean into connecting with people, and be ready, because there's going to be, Young Living always pulls, bunnies out of hats. I mean, it's like, oh my gosh, that's so fun, right? And so November will be a really awesome month. Just make sure that you're staying up on things. We try to give you guys all the content in short snaps. And so I had done a post about turning on notifications in the hub. So make sure that your notifications are on so that you're aware of fun things that are coming up. So I think that's it. So I'm so excited for a really wonderful November and December and all the fun things that we have in store. So I think that's it. And we did it in almost 30 minutes. So, all right, you guys have a fantastic evening. And we'll get to business Q&A later. Okay, take care, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good night, everybody.